Are you ready? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. And guess what this is? You see the name. You know what it is. It's Queen's Realm Podcast. You understand me? And I know you see that title. That title says PPP. And I ain't talking about the loans, baby. But some of y'all can get, y'all need to ask for a loan for some game. But today on Queen's Realm Podcast, I have a special guest. Miss Glow, aka Glow Tree, the best friend. You know what it is. You know how we do. And today on Queen's Room Podcast, PPP. Like I said before, not the loans. This is about putting proper pressure or applying proper pressure to the folks y'all so-called be pursuing, courting, running game on, trying to get at in the talking stages with whatever you want to call it. We're gonna jump right into this thing. First, first little note I have in my handy dandy notebook says, and it's a statement for me. This is a fact for me. This needs to be in Galatians, uh, book 2, verse 1. And it says, the bare minimum is not applying pressure. And yeah, to explain that, I'm gonna break down what I feel like the bare minimum. The bare minimum for me is good morning text, good night text, and just good morning text. The what you doing? How was your day? Because y'all say all that and don't have no conversation behind it. How was my day? And good, and I tell you, why my day was good. I ask you, well, how was your day? You just say it was okay. So you started this conversation, but you're not conversating.
Mm.
You don't have any conversation. We've said this before on this podcast. Being nice is not a personality trait. That's just called being a decent human being. To me, that's the bare minimum. Treating people with respect. So the bare minimum is not applying pressure. Please believe that. It is the bare minimum. And after Gloria says her part on this part that I just said, I will give you all the definition of what I feel like applying pressure is. But Glow, how do you feel about the bare minimum is not applying pressure?
It's not. I mean, think about you ever took first aid training? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
apply pressure to the wound. You don't apply pressure, you don't stop the blood. You're not doing anything if you're not applying pressure, you're doing hold it in place. It's gonna slip off. It's gonna bleed through. You have to do more than the least amount of it to get a return.
On that point, I don't want to interrupt you, but I've got to interrupt real quick. She said first aid. Y'all know when y'all giving CPR, sometimes you have to press so hard. I feel the oils. That a rib breaks when you're trying to get something to breathe again that ain't got no life in it. So if you're trying to bring life into a new relationship or situation, baby, you gotta push. You gotta push through.
Yes, that pressure. They say pressure makes diamonds, right?
Come on.
Pressure puts pieces together. It has to be something more than just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But I gotta put an asterisk on that. You gotta apply pressure in the proper situations with the proper people. Because you might be pressing. That's the too much pressure. We're gonna get to that part. When the pressure ain't reciprocated. See, a part of applying proper pressure for me is making sure that the pressure is reciprocated. If you're applying pressure on me, I'm giving you that same pressure back, baby. What they call it, matching energies.
Hello.
So for me, the definition of applying proper pressure, putting the proper pressure on something is you like this person, they like you. You know they like you, you know you like them. If you want it to be something, then you have to do something. You cannot what you're doing your way into a relationship. I mean, you shouldn't be able to. I don't want to get in a relationship because I'm bored. Because I want to be what you're doing. Nothing. So y'all doing nothing together. No. It is not, I'm going to call you when I feel like it. It's not, you text me, You only text me good morning and that's it. So I might be texting five different people good morning. I done been sleeping up 5 times texting good morning. I don't do that, but I'm just saying, like, that's not putting pressure. Doing the least amount of work you can do
It's not enough.
is not applying proper pressure. Just think, I want y'all to think of it like this. If you really like this person and you think they're worth the time and effort, then you would apply proper pressure. But if you don't really think they're worth it, you just want to get something out of this interaction with them. You want the sexual transaction part of it, and you just doing the bare minimum because you want that. Don't do that either. If you just want that, you still need to apply the proper pressure. Like y'all gotta stop doing the bare minimum. You gotta stop thinking, oh, I talked to them today. That's good enough. And that goes to my next point, which is the frequency of communication is important. However, and however in all capital letters, how you communicate and what you're communicating is far more important than the frequency. Because you can say how you doing, good morning every day and don't say anything. We don't have any quality conversation. We don't talk about anything deep or like if you really want to get to know me, or if if you really want to get to know me, or if you just want to smash or whatever, you still need to do some work. It's not none of this part is supposed to be easy. It's a misconception that it's easier if you just want to smash versus if you're trying to be in a relationship. No, baby, if you think she worth giving yourself to and her giving herself to you, it all requires work. I said all that to say this. You gonna have to work either way.
They know shortcuts.
Either way, you gonna have to work. Glow hype.
I mean, the one thing I keep thinking about is the reason people keep doing the bare minimum is either they don't know how to do more or
Mm-hmm.
they've gotten what they wanted by doing the minimum.
Mm.
It's worked before. Why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't I keep doing it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you won't allow me to give you the bare minimum, I'll move along to somebody else who will. Why would I put
Please
more into
do.
you when I can find the bare minimum lady right there? Him or her right there. I ain't gonna deal with you. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I keep thinking. The bare minimum, I don't have to apply pressure if it's not required of me. Right?
Child. And that brings me to my next point, which is I can already see where this is going. Like most of the time when I'm talking to somebody, I can already see where it's going. And I'll decide in my head, okay, is this just for entertainment purposes? Is this somebody I'm gonna talk to when I'm bored? Is this somebody I really like? Is this I can see somebody I can see myself in the future with? And I do categorize the people who try to court me or want me in my life that way because I know where to put my time at or who to give that time. So if you put in the proper pressure on me, then it lets me know what kind of pressure I need to give back in return. So whatever, and it's not for me is much more than reciprocating energy or what they be calling it, keep that same energy.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, it's more than that because I'm I have a set amount of energy I will put into things. I will decide within a few minutes of knowing you or talking to you, if you like me and I like you, how much energy I'm willing to put in this. Now, this is why I say the type of communication is important because if we're talking and having good conversation, I will decide, you know what, I'll put a little more pressure and time into this because this seems, like something. This could be something. So let me go. But if you just treat me like somebody to talk to, I'm gonna just treat you just like somebody I just talked to here and there because I feel that. I feel
Mhm.
how much importance or how important I am to you or how much of a priority I am to you by how you talk to me. That's why I say I can already see where this is going. If this how you talk to me and we've been talking for a while, okay, I can see where this is going. I can see what this is going to end up being. So why would I? Which leads me to the next point of you need to figure out when to apply pressure.
Hmm.
You need to figure out when your pressure game need to step up.
But even that right there, I mean, when you said knowing that you see where it's going,
Hmm.
I am also concerned about people who put the proper pressure but don't want nothing. They just trying and they seeing, can I do it? Is it gonna
Mm,
work? Do I still got game?
mm,
And then now you apply the pressure that I like, and I'm interested, and you're like, oh, whoa, whoa, that ain't what I meant, but that's
mm-hmm,
what you showed me.
mm.
Okay, so proper pressure in the right situation.
Proper
you know,
pressure with proper placement.
there you go, all of that, because you get my hopes up, especially if you talking that talk, right? So let's say
Hmm.
you are consistent, you putting that proper pressure, you have quality conversation, everything's going just right, and then you ghost. Or you say, "Oh, I don't want what you want, though." You sure? Because I felt the pressure. Now that's more than just being nice. Because you can be nice and fall in love, right? But if you
Mm.
applying pressure, you doing a step above the minimum.
You
Why
go,
you doing the most if you don't want nothing?
you doing the most for nothing. Like literally, like you going above and beyond, and then men and women both do it to each other and be like, I don't know why you thought that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why you thought this was that. Well, let me see. We go on dates. Some people have actually used the L word with me. They give you all these ideas and they say all this stuff to you, and you be like, so why would I? So now, this is why I say, you know, how you communicate and stuff is important because somebody can do all of that for me and I still be like,
You sure?
do you like me for real? So I would just outright ask the questions now. Like I would used to be so scared. No, do you like me? What you want from me? And I'm not gonna feel no type of way about the answer. I just want to know what you're thinking in regards to me so I know how to move accordingly.
Yeah.
Because there is what you just described, I'm gonna call that pressure abuse.
Oh.
I am not something to do, baby. I am a lifetime commitment. This is not a free trial, ain't no free samples. So if you apply that kind of pressure, but you got y'all listen. Next is I gotta say this. I wrote it down. Consistency is key. It's not a cliche. That's not a cliche. If you consistently, show me the least amount of effort, cool, that's what I expect from you. That is my pattern that I have formed for you. That's just what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But do not, do not, understand me? Do not get mad if another person come along and apply the proper pressure with the proper placement because they want something more than what you want. Now, if you don't want, like Gloria was saying, if you don't want me like that, don't worry about who do. You didn't apply pressure when it was when you needed to. You did the bare minimum and you thought, oh, this was going. No, baby, because you might be doing the bare minimum. There's somebody over here jumping through fire and hoops and they'll do it gladly. They don't even want no water. They hot, they sweaty, they tired, they've been stepping on glass, rocks, and lava. Now, I'm not gonna say anybody got to do all that to talk to me or be with me, but I'm just saying this person over here is doing way more than you, and they consistent. You ain't doing nothing. You want what? Watch this. Pastors be saying, watch this. You doing the bare minimum, but you want the same. You want the same. You want the reciprocation. The reciprocity as if you were the person applying pressure
Mm.
the right way. You want the benefits of the work of somebody else, and you're upset and you're mad because somebody else will do the work. Somebody else will do all this. Somebody will do what it takes to get where they want with you, whether it's just smashing or being in a relationship. And you wonder why. You wonder why you don't get nothing back. Baby, if you do the bare minimum, I'm gonna do less than the bare minimum.
If I do
Because
it,
the bare minimum get you a C. I'm failing that class. I'm just letting you know. I'm not because I'm not gonna bare minimum you. I'm just not gonna put any energy into that. For what? You're about to make me tired, mentally, physically, or emotionally. I ain't about to make me tired. The devil is a
especially
liar.
especially when you say that's what you want, right? How
Mm-hmm.
you gonna tell me I like you, I want to be with you,
Mm-hmm.
but then don't apply any pressure? You just saying words at this point. Show up, and show out. Like you say, somebody gonna do a lot more. Not saying it's required, but they're gonna do it because that's what they feel. They show me what they
Mm-hmm.
feel about me.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean you showing me how you feel about me by not applying
Hmm.
it?
Hmm.
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 Checking.
That's how you really feel because, like, that was a word. They don't even understand that. That's a word. Two people say they like you. You telling me you like me, but all you're doing, your form of applying pressure is just telling me you like me.
Mm-hmm.
This person, they hadn't even uttered that they like me. They just
Showing it.
showing it. They all action, baby. They all consistent. They all moves. They don't
Mm-hmm.
talk. They do.
Mm-hmm.
They showing and proving, and you're just saying, I, "What you want me to do? Who
Right.
would you pick in that
Hello.
situation?
Hello.
Who would you pick? Who you want to be with?" Um, and that leads to, we see what you're doing. I'm gonna go back to that. We see what you're doing, and we let it continue because we like you. But if you haven't even done enough work to get me to like you, or to see if I like you, or you all over the place with it, I'm not about to be figuring out this Rubik's cube of emotions you have. Do you like me or not? Like, I don't have time for this shit. Like, people keep talking about on TikTok about this talking stage thing. I don't care about being in the talking stage or whatever, but what are we talking about? What
Mm.
are we talking for?
Mm.
When do we talk? Do we talk when you're bored? Do we talk if you on a long trip and you ain't got nothing else to do, you try to listen to the radio? Do we talk when you on the way somewhere and that's the only time I talk to you, when you in motion? Like, when do we talk? What are we talking about when we talk? Is it the recycled conversation? Because when I say apply proper pressure and communication, I'm not talking about, oh, uh, I'm gonna talk to her every day, but I ain't saying nothing. Or you do talk, but we talking about the same thing every single day. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Talk to me when we have something to talk about.
Best friend. You said talking stage. They talking, but are they listening? Huh? So see, talking refers to both of us having a conversation, not just
Mhm.
you. So if you the only one talking to me, when do I get to talk? What am I saying? You know what I mean? So everything you said is right. What are we talking about? How often are we talking? How deep is the conversation going? Because I said before, I've got several friends who we say on surface level. We talk about daily stuff, the news, maybe stuff about our families or whatever, but we never get deep into stuff, right? We
The
never hit
chit
those
chat,
emotional, yeah, chit chat. And it's
chit
not that
chatter.
they're bad people or anything, but we never go beyond the surface. There's a safe space in that, right? If we talking, I want to talk. We can talk chit chat for a second, but then what? What are you passionate about? What are your goals and dreams? How can I support you? Support me? Even only on a friend level, right? I mean, we talk about
Hmm.
pressure for a relationship, but I can't be with you. I can't be your friend.
Come on, if somebody got a, if I want to throw a shoe,
I'm just saying. So you
like they
apply
be doing it, I
pressure.
want to throw a shoe.
You're right. Apply pressure and understand what comes with it. Because even with
Mhm.
pressure, the further down you go in the ocean, in the ground, wherever else, there's
She
pressure.
said, "Spinning around."
If you go, the higher up you go, outer space, all that stuff, pressure, right? Don't your ears pop in the airplane? You're
Come
going somewhere. You're traveling. There's something going on here. Apply pressure. That's all we're saying.
Just a little, not even a little. I'm not even gonna play. I'm not a little girl. I don't do anything little. Big girl, big personality, big dreams, big vision, big
Big.
forehead, big everything. So you got to go big or go home with me because for me, in looking for a possible suitor, when I look for a possible suitor,
Mm-hmm.
I got to see how far you are willing to go. I'm not saying for, start off like that, but it has to build to something. I got to see how much work you're willing to do right now because it gives me a good indication of the amount of work you're willing to do if we ever be something. So if you treat this like, don't just treat me like I'm anybody. And I'm not saying I'm the queen Sheba, but I revere myself as a queen. So you got to think about me how I think about myself. And if you don't, stop talking to me. Leave me the hell alone. Because you could have
Better,
just left me alone. You could have just
better
left me
yet,
alone. You
better
could
yet,
have.
don't call me queen. Don't call me queen if you ain't gonna treat me like one.
Hello. Something. I got to throw something.
Because I've heard it too many times. Good morning, queen. Hey, queen.
But you
Your
treat me like a
highness.
handmaid.
Hello. As second class citizen. You don't even
I'm
think
not
about
Betty Wright. I'm not the cleanup woman, boo.
maybe. And
Mm.
then come prepared. Come prepared. Understand what comes
Mhm.
with a queen. We talk back. Okay? We run stuff. You know how to submit to the right king, but I'm just saying, queens hold their own. Don't apply pressure if you don't want the pressure applied back.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying. Pressure me, baby. And I was just telling somebody about that weighted blanket. You ever used one of those before?
Oh, preach. She about to
I'm just
preach.
saying. That
Preach.
weighted
Hmm.
blanket lay on you
Hmm. Hmm.
like a hug.
Hmm.
It's just enough
Hmm.
pressure. And I go to sleep. All right.
Hmm. Because I'm
Yeah.
at peace.
There you go. In peace, not in pieces. But I quit. No, it's just so much. Even in a hug, a handshake.
Oil.
Do you remember? I know in high school for sure they talked about the proper handshake, not
Hmm.
too firm, not too soft, right?
Hmm.
Just the right amount of pressure.
Pressure.
It meant something. It signified something.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, pressure is everywhere. The more you think about it, there's there's the fire hose,
Hmm. Hmm.
fire hydrant. When you got a fire at your house, what kind of
Hmm.
pressure do you want come up there? Fire hose. You want that fire to go out.
Come on, somebody. Shower heads. You don't feel clean sometimes. Jesus.
Don't give me
You
no
don't feel
zuzu.
you don't feel the dirt coming off you from the day. You don't feel clean sometimes if it ain't the proper pressure.
Pressure. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people get, y'all don't understand. Like, this is something me and best friend talk about a lot because it irritates me to the core when people think I can just do the least. And sometimes I even help people be like, I like you. Because men sometimes be like, they don't like the guesswork. What? Okay, I like you. Now what? I threw you an alley oop.
What you gonna do
Are
with
you
it?
gonna dunk it or you gonna lose control of the ball? I'm just saying, like, what you gonna do with it? You won't help. You're so scared of rejection, but I'm giving you.
I took that out the equation.
Okay, I took
Boom.
that part out for you.
Yeah.
I made it easier for you.
Now what?
But the mistake is thinking I'm going to tell you everything you need to do.
Hmm.
What I usually tell people is apply consistent pressure. If you like me, or you want to talk to me, you want to do anything with me, apply the consistent pressure. And if I'm going for the pressure you applying, keep doing that. And I'm about to use
Mm-hmm.
an adult reference for this. When y'all having a physical transaction,
Cha-ching.
okay, I'm gonna use this physical transaction going on, and a woman is almost to checkout, and she says, "Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that," and that applies to everything you're trying to do before it comes to a physical transaction.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I like you. And apply if you want if, and I like you, apply consistent pressure. Then you need to do that because I literally have told you I gave you the cheat code. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not doing any more work for you. And the only reason I did that is, like I said before, I like you, so I let that part continue. But how long do you think I'm going to be like, I'm not going to geek you up or hype you up to get you to do what you need to do because you like me? That don't even sound right.
I'm doing all the work here.
I'm doing all the work for you. I'm doing all the work, but you like me and I like you. But you want me to tell you, my head hurt.
Hmm.
I don't, I'm not doing that. That's a weight I ain't carrying, boo. That's a
Mm-mm.
load I'm not meant to tarry with. You hear me? You understand? I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm.
And people are like, well, you too bold. No, I need to know, do you like me or not? Because I have other shit I could be doing. I'm a queen, remember? I took time out of my queenly day, queenly life, queenly mode, queen's realm to entertain this because I like you. But if you know I like you, I'm not about to sit up and try to figure out if you like me or not. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to ask you. And the answer is yes or no. That's another point I wrote down. Yes or no.
Yeah, but so
If
not
we,
but yeah, and
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna ask if you like me, but hopefully, if
mm-hmm.
you're applying the right pressure, I don't have to
To
ask
ask.
because I know your actions, your words, your consistency should prove you like me. Now, on what level do you like me? That's different, right? But if you are applying that proper pressure in the proper position and procedures and protocol, then you are communicating to me you like me. Because who else are you consistent with, right? Who else are you applying pressure with? Your job. You're getting on it. You're doing things. You apply pressure where pressure is needed,
Come on, somebody.
which means if you like what you do, I'm just saying, you like me, you showed me. Let's talk about it.
You plant seeds, don't water them, and wondering why the hell it ain't sprouted.
Hey, they made magic beans.
This ain't Jack and the Beanstalk, boo.
It's not a fairy tale.
Ain't no golden egg or nothing for you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And
Common sense and science tells you seed, dirt, water,
huh?
sunlight,
Sun,
grow.
shade. It's a
All
list of
that.
things you got to do to make something.
Hello.
Hallelujah. Come on, Jesus,
And
teach
it's
me.
not the seed inside the dirt because there's a little pressure on the seed in the dirt, right? And then the pressure of the plant pops through the seed.
Come on, preach.
The pressure of the sun. Okay.
I said, it's a list of things you got to do to make something grow.
Yes. In several ways, right? All
You
kind
got
of
to
things.
do it properly or your plant. You want to know what happens when you stop watering a plant?
Hey.
When you stop watering these connections, when you stop watering this communication,
Hmm.
huh? When you stop watering these conversations, dry
Hello.
like Death Valley, Sahara Desert. And
There.
sometimes things can be brought back to life, but another thing I want to talk about with this proper pressure is timing.
Mm.
Now, timing, and it's going to lead us into the second half of this, which is stop applying pressure when you got to pay attention, know when to and not to apply pressure. Timing, okay? You applying pressure, real hard, real fast because you like them.
Mm.
And we've said in several episodes before, do they like you?
Mm.
See, the time to apply pressure for real is once you know that they like you back. That's why I say if I tell you that I like you, do you? Do you want me to put it? Here's the I like you right here. Put the
Wait,
pressure on the plate. Put the pressure on the plate. I'm not.
how about that plant though, Mia? Without
Mm.
the seed, you can water and add sun to the dirt, but ain't nothing gonna grow. You need something to start in
Hello,
order to
Jesus.
grow. I'm just saying, right? Like you can't apply pressure if there's nothing to. There's no cut, there's no wound. You're not applying first aid. We's out here just playing around with bandages.
Hallelujah. Mm.
What is this, Halloween? Gonna be a mummy? I'm just saying.
You trying to wrap me up in the bullshit?
Hey, that's all it is. That BS. But see, you just said exactly what I was thinking. Apply pressure after you got the green light. After you got the go ahead, after you got the I like you back. Do you like me? Yes or no? Check the box. Once you got the yes, go for the goal. You ain't got a yes yet. What you doing? What you doing?
We're gonna talk about body language right quick
There we
because
go.
now we've made it to when you need to stop applying pressure. See, applying the proper pressure also coincides with when you need to stop. Like Gloria said, you can't go into something full throttle thinking, oh, I just like them, but you haven't considered if they like you. You haven't
Mhm.
planted a seed. They're just supposed to know you like them miraculously. And if you could just come out of the woodworks applying pressure, men and women, if you just come out of the woodwork applying pressure because you have all these made up scenarios in your brain and you we already in a relationship in your head, but I don't even know you, that's creepy. You're weird, bro. I'll say this so that y'all weird a little bit. I don't even know you like me. I don't even know that you know that I exist. I'm not thinking about you. You're not in my realm, my world, nothing. But all of a sudden you came out of nowhere, boom, 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 boom. Wait a minute. Where the hell did you come from?
Exposed.
Hell, what do you want? Now I'm annoyed because I'm thinking, what did I do to make you think is it something I said?
Mhm.
But because in your head you've liked me for so long and you can't take it no more, and you just start. You don't even slow roll it. It's okay if you like me and I don't know you like me because I might grow to like you, but slow the fuck down.
That's why it's called proper pressure, not just
Pressure.
pressure. Proper.
You
It's
come
enough.
out here
Too much.
like Gloria was saying with the water hose. If it's a little bitty fire in the trash can, you not gonna get the fire truck with that big ass hose. It's gonna knock the whole trash can the hell over.
Right.
That is for a big house fight or something. You could put that
Mhm.
out with some flour or some tap water. Like you don't.
Mhm.
And some fires, you need different. So you it have to be the proper pressure. Like that's the wrong way to do it. Like
Mhm.
you, it's so many wrong ways to do it. It's crazy. Don't come out of the woodwork with I've been watching. Now I've been watching you. I like you. This and the third. It's cool some of the time, but that's if we already know you. We might have an inkling or whatever that you like us. But if you just come out of nowhere and let me tell y'all men something. Liking my story, watching my story every day don't mean anything to me. Are you gonna speak? Heart in my story don't mean nothing to me either. Are you going to speak? Hmm? You gonna talk? Or because other people watch my story. I have a whole podcast. I have 3 Instagrams. I don't. What is that supposed to mean to me? That falls in that bare minimum. Don't expect. Oh, she's you supposed to know I like it because men always talking about women don't shoot their shot and the way we shoot our shot. Some of the ways y'all shoot your shot is
Mm.
I don't want to use an insulting word, so I'm just gonna sigh. How I'm supposed to know that's what you're doing?
Mhm.
You don't say, or you say good morning, like I said before, and don't say nothing else. Or you like every post I have. And you might just think I'm funny. I think I'm funny, so I'm not gonna think nothing of that. You might have thought a post or something applies to you, but what, what else are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the right way to do that. Hmm, that ain't how you do that.
At all.
No, you want to argue, which like that ain't the way to do that. That, that ain't the way to do that.
At
Mm-mm.
all. At all. Because like you say, we have people who are fans, you know what I'm saying, who are fans of our work. So they're gonna like pictures, they're gonna like posts, they're gonna interact with stuff. But
Mhm.
that means you like my content. That doesn't necessarily mean you like me.
Jesus be offense.
Because I'm only
Hallelujah.
my content is only a part of who I am. You're not gonna
Hmm.
get all of me on my social media because you're not there with me. You
You
know,
don't know me because you watch this,
you don't. You may know a piece of me, a fraction of how I think and how I feel, but even that could be made up. It's social media. You don't know.
right? I
I
don't
mean,
clickbait or nothing like that, but still, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Y'all don't, y'all don't be understanding because I be confusing people on the internet. I
Hmm.
post stuff that I like. It can be sad, mad, happy, Christian, anything what I like because it's my social media. You liking it don't mean nothing to me. You just like the thought I had that day, or you like something I liked on the same day.
Yeah, I liked it. Now you liked it. Yay, we like
That
it
don't
together.
make you like me. Like Lord said, you like the content. You like it. I don't.
And you might like the
Mm-mm.
way I think, but you still not even sure that's how I operate every day, right? I may have down days or good days or whatever. You don't know that based on my stories, or you don't know what day it is. I could be sad but post something happy. You don't know.
I could be crying. Oh, this is funny. Like we're
Absolutely.
people cycle through emotions. People cycle through thoughts. So you don't know where I'm at with what I'm doing. Don't try to
Mhm.
figure me out based on what I post because that's don't do that either. That's not how you apply proper pressure. She posts this, so she must like no. I like that post.
Mhm. Mhm.
She no, I like that meme. And sometimes I post stuff that only me and my friends know what I'm talking about because it's funny to me. I
Mhm.
think it's funny. But you don't know why I think it's you don't know why I think it's funny because you haven't taken the time to get to know me. You
Mhm.
won't you you put the little you fishing, you threw that out there. Okay, I got that like out there. But you fishing in the pond with no fish, boo. I, I don't even swim over there. First of all, I'm a queen. I ain't in the pond, I ain't in the water anyway. I'm on a boat getting fanned. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. Glow. I know you had some points over there and stuff. You have wrote it down too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we say, so let's say you like me, I like
Mm-hmm.
you. Now it's time to move on to the next step. The
Mm-hmm.
pressure. Let the pressure build. You know what I mean? You have to have that first step. There is such thing as not enough pressure. We talk about the bare minimum, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So inconsistency,
Mm-hmm.
talking a little bit and not really a lot. Then you got the too much. We touched on that too. If I've proven not to like you back, that's kind of the dead end for your pressure putting. I'm just saying, like, because now you're applying pressure somewhere it's not needed.
Mm,
Right? If I've already communicated, I don't like you in that way. That does
mm.
not mean try again. That means no, thank you. Turn around. Abort mission. About face. Goodbye. I mean, how else can I say it? You know what I'm saying? Or even dirty. I mean, what
Auf
language?
Wiedersehen. Guten Tag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Adios.
Mm-hmm.
And in the most proper way, because I'm letting you know either politely or not politely, because I've already said politely before,
Right?
leave me alone. I'm done. I'm not interested.
She said, leave me alone.
Yeah, I mean, because
Leave
I,
me
I don't feel
alone.
like the first time I tell you no thank you is gonna be rude. Unless you're rude when you come at me. But
Mm,
more likely I'll be polite to you, but you still apply pressure, sir. Then that's not a yellow light. It doesn't mean slow down. It's a red light. Stop. Do not enter.
mm. One way. This is a one way street. You driving the wrong
One
way.
way and you're going the wrong way. So, truth be told, too much pressure in not the proper time or proper
Mm-hmm.
way. This it's a what's it called? Beating a dead horse. It's done.
Ain't nothing about to grow from this.
Nothing.
Ain't no seed planted, like she said. Like my thing is, this is another part of proper pressure
Mm-hmm.
because you feel a certain way about yourself, and I feel a certain way about myself. Do not automatically assume that I feel about you how you feel about you. Now, I would like the person that's applying pressure to feel how I feel about me. But if I don't feel about you how you feel about you, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. I
See,
don't.
and now the other part comes. I heard someone say that if someone is applying the pressure, let's say the pressure is needed, after it's unneeded, no longer needed,
Mhm.
do you let them know, hey,
Yes.
there's too much. Stop it. We're done.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
maybe even why? Why do you not want them to apply pressure anymore?
See, for me, I'm gonna call my therapist. Sometimes I will explain, and sometimes I won't. I don't like you like that. I don't need to tell you why. I don't want to talk
Mm-hmm.
to you like that anymore. I don't like if I feel like it can be a learning experience for you. Some people I let you know,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to feel like that I have to feel like this is why you talking about being friends first. That I can open up and tell you why. But the moral of the story for me is I don't have to tell you, but I don't have to tell you why I want you to stop applying pressure. But I let you know, hey, I don't I don't I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't, I don't like this. And sometimes I want to articulate why. Sometimes I don't. And I just do it when I see fit. Now, here's the thing. At any moment, I can decide, or I may feel like the way you applying pressure does not work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I may like something in the beginning, but something may pop up as a red flag in the way you apply pressure. That's why we talk about proper. If you apply pressure one way, keep doing it that one way. But if I don't like something or it's not working for me, that's not working for me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get upset because I don't like how you applying pressure. I don't like it. I can't. You can't help what I can when I do and don't like. And let me say that one more time.
Yeah.
Let me clear my throat. Clear my throat. You cannot control what I do and don't like, how long I like it, when I like it, why I like it. Period, Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a hard lesson for me to learn. Like, people can really like you or mess with you one day and not mess with you the next day. They don't have to explain to you why, but that just is what it is. Nobody owes you anything. You know, people should have common decency. People should have common, courtesy and manners, but they don't. Not everybody does. You know how I know they don't? Because we're making a whole video about applying proper pressure or putting the proper pressure. We had
Mm-hmm.
to make a whole video about why we single. We made a whole video about me talking about sexual abuse. We made a whole video about why we like what we like about men. We made you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is so different and diverse. You can't make me like something, and I can't make anybody like me. Either you do or you don't. Until you do or until you don't. But baby, when they want more, let them loose. They may stop liking you in the middle of watering. They might dig the hole and put the seed in and don't cover it up with nothing.
Mm-hmm. They may water that flower and realize it ain't the flower they thought it was and leave it.
It's pretty, but it don't smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And,
nice flower, but I'm allergic to it.
it's allergic. It's not the flower I thought. It was the wrong seed in the pack. It wasn't the one I thought it was.
It was labeled incorrect.
There you go. Hmm.
Somebody put it back in the wrong place.
Nah.
It's supposed to be squash, but it's strawberries.
And what if the plant is right? but the water is wrong. What if you don't add water, you really add oil?
Ooh, shh. Is it
Mm.
clean water?
Is it clean water? Is it
Is it
wine?
mineral? I'm about to say, is it alkaline water?
Mm.
Is it Gatorade?
Is that dollar store brand?
Come on, somebody. Is
Mm.
it well water?
Is it
Like,
is it tap water? Is it the water that we should be drinking?
did it come out of a Brita filter?
Mm.
And see, here's the thing: you not only have to have proper pressure, but before the pressure is applied, before the time you get the timing right, is it the proper person?
Mm.
You may be watering the seed that somebody else watering, so now you're killing the plant.
Wait,
Maybe, 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 maybe. Okay, glow.
what?
Mhm.
Getting double watered? Baby, that water out that plant out here is swimming.
Drowning. Okay,
Huh?
ain't bearing no fruit.
None. Oh wow. Wow.
I'm trying to tell you, you too much water.
Hmm.
You can't. You get too much.
Look,
Too much of something can kill something.
that's right. Unless it's a cactus, you don't need that much water.
And even if, see, there's the thing, cactuses don't even need that much water because it store up the water it has.
Exactly. It's stored up. I'm saying you won't even know how much it is because it's stored. It ain't for you.
You done overwatered it. This is a succulent, not a perennial. So you don't even need that much water.
Don't need it.
It
Don't
needs
need
sun. See, that's another thing about, and then that's another point I want to make is when you're applying the proper pressure to somebody, what you did for this person, we've been using plants as an example. What you did for this plant may not work for this plant. That ain't even the same type of plant. This is roses. That's a strawberry. That's strawberries. This cantaloupe. That's peas. Some plants need, like tomato plants, need that structure. So they need water, sunlight, and the sticks and the bush thing to hold it up as it grows up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about now the aftercare of
Mm.
applying pressure. Because you've applied pressure, the plant is growing, you've watered it, it's getting sun,
Mm-hmm.
it's blossoming nicely.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that eventually that plant gonna bear fruit. You grew this plant and it bear fruit and you don't even want to eat.
Mm. Mm.
You don't even you need to realize when you're watering the wrong things. You
Proper.
need to realize that that's the proper part.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're putting all this work into it. The pressure part we get, but the proper is the care. And why do all this? Goes back to what Gloria said in the beginning. Why do all that? Grow the plant, get it big and strong, and let the fruit die.
Mm.
Proper. Proper. Don't be a gardener because you think you can. Garden with purpose. And if you don't want to garden with purpose, you know what you can do? I'm gonna see if y'all catch this euphemism. If you don't, I explain it. For those who don't want to garden with purpose, go buy the already made fruit. Go get the fruit that's already ready to be eaten. Don't put yourself in situations where you water something and you nurture something that take care of something and you can't. If you don't know what to do with the fruit, why did you pick that one? That's another thing.
There was a quote I seen a long time ago. I don't know who said it. I don't even remember where I saw that. But it said, "Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain." I said, "Well, ain't that something?"
You
Because
brought me here like you
you
knew where
did,
we was going and you lost.
you did, or you showed me what it could be like to be with you, and then you decide, I really don't want to give it to you though. Look, this is what we could be. but I don't want to give it to
Give it
you.
to you. Mm.
That's how
I'm
you
just
get beat
showing
up.
you that I can apply pressure.
That's how you get beat up. That's
I was
how
about to
you
say,
get
you know how I can
stalked.
apply pressure? I can apply fist to face. You'll feel some
Literally,
pressure.
that's how you get stalked. That's how you get followed. That's how you get
Hmm.
people sent to your house. I'm not threatening anybody's life. I'm just saying that's what happens when you apply that pressure. You introduce them to something and like, hey, a whole new world. I show you this, but then like dang like a piece of fruit. Like here's a carrot for you. Oh, it's gone. You want it? You can't? No, don't do that to me. Don't do that.
And now you talking about some, I don't know why you mad.
Oh, I know you don't know why. Because you didn't think that you was gonna catch me. You didn't think that I was gonna call you out on what you just did.
Like I
That's why.
said, we see what you doing. We see it.
Mhm.
And sometimes I have to let people know. I don't have to, but I just say, I see what you're doing, but I'll allow it because I like you. I'm allowing this to go this way because I want to see where it goes. But and if you don't switch up, then I know this is genuine pressure you apply. But if you switch up after I say that, you sent your, as we spoke of on previous episodes,
Yes.
you sent your representative. You're not even watering your own plant. You got somebody else in the care of this plant, and you don't. That's why you don't understand why the plant ain't growing like it's supposed to because it's not really you watering it. See, your water is unique to you, just as your water is as unique as the seed you watering.
Mm, that part.
Certain seeds, like we were saying before, and certain things need certain fertilizers.
Yep.
Oh, and speaking of proper, when you have plants in a garden, you go have weeds. You want to pluck them out to make sure the plant can still grow.
Now we talking.
Hey yo, hey yo. This is why my phone need to be on Do Not Disturb. Um,
Bring it back. Come on.
woo! I'm sorry for the carburetor laugh. I'm sorry. See. Anyway, proper pressure. You hear me?
Hmm.
Proper. Because some of y'all are downright improper.
Don't even know. Like
Just
the
because you
improper
like
fraction.
to. Oh,
I'm just all wrong.
say it again. Say it again.
Improper fraction. And half y'all don't know math anyway. So I don't know why y'all trying to put you and I together and put 1 + 1 is 2 when y'all think it's 5. So we're not doing that. Mm-mm. Improper fractions. It's like improper terms, improper placements. Shoot,
Hmm.
improper taxes. When that don't come out right, it don't equal what's supposed to equal. Improper. It's not right. It doesn't work. You're not gonna put this and that and it's gonna become magical. That's not how it works.
Come
You
on, one more time.
don't put
Rewind.
apples and oranges together and get bananas.
What fruit?
You just don't like you don't do it. We
What
talking about
fruit you think this is, boo?
right. We talking about that with colors. Mixing the yellow and the blue to make green, but everything don't mix like that. And then you don't
What
know
you
what
mean
color.
yellow and green don't make purple? It ain't never made purple, boo.
And it won't today, honey. It won't.
It won't. That math ain't mathing, boo.
We say it
Math
didn't give
ain't
what it was supposed
mathing.
to give. But that term proper is everything. One thing I thought about all the time. One thing we talk about often is communication. Some people feel it's taboo to talk about if you like someone too early on in the conversation. Maybe it's because you might not know them well enough just yet, right? If I meet
Mm-hmm.
somebody, it's been a couple weeks or whatever. But vibes don't lie, right? Energy
Mm.
is real. If I like you, I like you. I didn't say how I like you.
Oh,
I didn't say I love you either. Like, I can say I like you and not want anything from you. I'm
she
letting you know
said,
I like you.
she said, I didn't tell you how I liked you, bruh.
Literally, right? I can like you as a friend. I can like your energy as a person. I can like you as a potential partner or a suitor. You don't know how I like you until I apply that pressure, right? So I'm just putting you on notice. I like you. I don't want to be any misconception. I like you. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a response. You ain't gotta say, "Oh, I like you too." You don't got to. If you don't, you don't. I get it. I mean, I know you like me. I'm just saying you don't have to say it. But I'm telling it to be let it be known so there's no misconception, no misunderstandings, and you'll know
Come
why
on.
I'm applying pressure because I like you. Now I'm gonna see after I said what I said if you like me in return and apply pressure back. If you don't, I know what to do next. But to me, it's nothing wrong with saying I like you, right? It's nothing wrong with
Right.
saying, hey, I like what we're doing here. This is
Right.
me,
You can
right?
like it. You can
But
like whatever stage you at.
exactly. But for people, I feel like people don't say anything. So when that
Mm.
pressure comes, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. We never said we liked each other. We never put labels on this. We didn't. Maybe we should have. Maybe I would have kept my pressure put into somebody else.
This whole, let me tell you something. This is a tangent and a rant and a TED
Mm-hmm.
talk I'm about to have. I be feeling some type of way about this. Let's go with the flow. I
Mm-hmm.
will go with the flow. But where the river flowing to?
Yeah.
Where did the river start? Where is it ending? Is it a waterfall?
Wait,
Is it gonna turn into rapids? Is it an
but wait,
ocean?
are we on a river, or do you want me to float on a lake? Because that's not gonna happen. Don't tell me to float if we in the bathtub. Don't do that. Don't do that. We flowing, but where we flowing to? We in mud? This is a mudslide? Wait a minute. Where are we flowing?
Because anything wet can flow.
Hello. But where are we flowing? And we not flowing on pee.
You know what flows? Diarrhea flows.
Hello.
But
We
don't
not
nobody want
peeing.
that shit,
Don't
literally.
nobody want that. So when we going with the flow, who flow?
Who's flow? Where are we going? I still need
Who?
to know where we're going. Like I don't understand. I still need to know what destination. Like where are we going?
Are we
And
there
I
yet?
don't like
Are we there yet?
I used to think that I could do that. Like I could be like, we can see where
Mhm.
this goes. I'm an intentional person in everything I do. I'm anal sometimes. I have an event planning business. I'm a writer. Um, I do like I got certain schedules. I have a full-time job plus this plus two companies and writing and stuff I'm trying to run. So everything is scheduled in my life. I have to step away from my queenly duties to do this. But I don't want to
Tell
feel
me.
like what I'm doing is an interruption of my life,
Mm.
which I said on the Why Are You Single episode. So if we flowing, baby, my life flows. It goes. It goes. It don't stop. It goes. My life is already is going by my flow. Are you flowing next to me? Do you want to join my flow? Do you want me to join your flow? Like going with the flow.
What are we doing?
Because I feel like, and I know some people might not agree with this, I feel like sometimes, not all the time, when somebody hits you with the let's just see where this goes, go with the flow. You don't like me that much yet. Why don't you wait until we on the same level of like, and then let's step into something? Because I'm not about to do all this work and step away from making my coin and being in my bag for a maybe. We're not doing that because there's a risk in love and relationships anyway. To me, that's an unnecessary variable.
Mm.
That's an unnecessary variable. Let's just let it progress on its own until we get to the point where we be like, you know what? I like you. You like me. We like each other. Let's sit down and talk and discuss where we want to go with this. But don't go, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to plan the flow. Do that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't
Yeah,
want to plan the flow.
absolutely. But at the same time, like you say, are we flowing the right way? Are we going upstream? Baby, we're not flowing. We can't go against the current and be flowing. That's
I
not.
am not salmon.
Yeah, and that is not smooth. It's not smooth sailing. I'm
It's
struggling against the
rough.
current. Yeah, we're not doing that. Is this like you say? Is this a kiddie pool? Is this the
Is this a wave pool?
the
What is
wave
it?
pool? Is this the cool merry-go-round? Is this the one of them things at the amusement park that's on a track? They go around the pond, but it's secure, right? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
floating free and willy nilly. It's
Mm-hmm.
literally on a track, so I'm gonna go a proper route
Mm-hmm.
safely. What are we doing
Mm-hmm.
here? So I also think people who go with the flow, some of them have multiple things going on.
Mm-hmm.
They got multiple players in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna label this because I got a few more on the chain that might also be something.
Mm-hmm. They might be higher up on the totem pole than you.
Maybe.
So that's where the communication. I don't want to go to flow with you. I'm not even gonna say go with the flow. I'm gonna say, look, I'm talking to multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at times I have I talk to this person a little bit more. This person gets a little bit more attention than this person, this, that, and the third. So I don't want you to think that I want you to go with me. Or how I be saying it. I don't say it like that. You trying to be on the team or not? But I don't mean like you on the team. I mean like you know what I'm doing, you know what's happening, you know I'm dating or talking to multiple people. Are you okay with that? You're
Mm-hmm.
okay with that, then we just that's good. That's the kind of flow I'm talking about. But there was open communication. There's still intent and purpose there. Because you know I'm trying to decide between these people.
Yeah, and that exact phrase is what I be thinking about when it comes to when I was talking about earlier about you get into it, they introduce you to this vibe, this proper pressure, you start liking them, and all of a sudden they go, "Whoa, I'm talking to other people as well. Why are you so on me? Why do you want more than what I can give you?" Sir, you kind of made me feel like I was the only one. Maybe that was my mind, right? Maybe I put it out there because you were applying that proper pressure that I liked and I saw it and I wanted it and I thought you were giving that to me. However,
Mm-hmm.
it may have been a ruse. Maybe that's just how you treat everybody. I don't know.
Mm.
But if we had had a conversation, I could have pulled back a little bit. I could have saw, okay, his pressure may not really be pressure. It could just be how he is.
Mm.
He has pressure for everyone. He's just heavy handed. Okay. He heavy handed with his compliments. He heavy handed with his free time. He heavy handed with the way he treats women in a nice way and to make them think that he likes them, but that's just who he is. I had a dude one time, he called everybody Hun. I didn't know that until I saw him call somebody else Hun. I thought Hun was the name for me.
Child, be sorry.
Shorty, shorty. I'm like, Hun, wait a
Like I
minute.
got a nickname. Wait, you don't have a nickname. Everybody that call everybody that.
Everybody is that. And I just like, so you just heavy handed with the Huns. Okay.
You
Okay.
heavy handed with the baby and the babe.
With the babes.
You got to
So, I
call
mean,
me outside something outside of babe, boo, baby, sweetie. You got to call me
mhm.
something outside of that.
Listen, call me
Amir.
my name. I don't even care at this point. I just need to know I'm not
Call
one of many.
my name.
At this
Call me by
point,
your name.
call
What's
me
that?
your name. I want to be yours. But so applying that pressure, it's like I don't want to get in that zone, right? He applied the pressure. Now I'm liking him. I'm here. I'm there. I'm grinning. I'm skinning. And he like, hold up.
Where you
So
get that from?
right. So if we had the multiple players or we knew more players were en route, I would be all my feelings because I'm like, you want a mini, sir. You want a mini. Ah, look, ain't that cute? Look at him applying pressure. He just so cute.
Oh, look at him.
Hmm.
Coochie, coochie, coochie.
He went up half a point, girl. He's scaling the ranks. He's scaling the ranks.
And this is another thing, since we bringing up the dating rotation thing again. Proper pressure for me, especially when if you're dating and you have a rotate, people don't like this rotation and roster.
Mhm,
Call it whatever
mhm.
you want to call it. I just like calling it that what I want to call it because it's my mouth. Anyway, this is another reason why you need to be consistent in applying your pressure, baby, because you ain't the only one applying for this job. There are other applicants afoot.
Act like it.
They might have more requirements than you. They might have more experience on the job. They but more or less experience You might have this requirement, they might have that requirement. What separates you from anybody else on the list is the consistent, proper pressure.
For sure.
I have to be able to, I don't want it to sound how I have to be able to discern or have clear distinctions between these people and their personalities and how they work and what they do and how they operate. Because I'm not going to talk to three of the same people or four of the same people. I'm not going to pick the same person each time. So then you're already different. But you know it can be the same? The inconsistencies,
Mm-hmm.
the laziness. I call it laziness. I feel like there's a laziness in dating nowadays because it's a laziness because we have cancel culture. We have everybody have options. Everybody does have options. But look at the options. It's like we was talking about fruit. Think about picking watermelon or cantaloupe at the stove. It's hundreds of cantaloupe in there. You do have options. But if you pick that cantaloupe, it ain't ripe yet. You pick that cantaloupe, it's too sweet. You pick that cantaloupe, it's not sweet enough. You might find a damn eggplant in the cantaloupe. This don't even go over here. Just because there are options, that don't mean they're all viable.
But like you said, Mia, that's exactly why you're supposed to date multiple people at once. And I don't mean in a relationship, you got four boyfriends. No, I'm saying you are entertaining, you are talking to, you are communicating with multiple people, daters per se, possible suitors, so you can see the difference in them. So you're not caught up on one person, right? You don't know this person's applying pressure if he's the only one you're talking to. You might think, well, he doing this pressure until you talk to somebody else. You're like, oh, he ain't doing enough. And you would never know that if you're only talking to one person. And now everybody can't do to multiple people, and that's okay. No one's judging you for doing or not doing it. But when you talk about going on dates with someone, you want to see which one's the best. The cantaloupe situation.
It's a vetting process.
Yeah, you don't pick up one cantaloupe and just go with it. You thump them. You rub them a little bit. Look at the spot.
Everybody has their way that they pick
to pick it.
Exactly. They picking it.
But if it's only one cantaloupe in the box, that's the only one you got. But there's multiple. You get to pick and choose which one you want. So same with dating. I'm not gonna pick the first cantaloupe I see.
And if it's just one cantaloupe, I don't want no cantaloupe today. I'm gonna wait until it's some more cantaloupe. I'm sorry.
Because they left it there for a reason. If it was a good cantaloupe, they would have took it.
It's the only one left.
Nobody wanted you.
That's the only one y'all got.
It's the last one left.
It got a little mold on it. Just like when people buy, you see the people do it before. They bought the meat in the clearance set because it's about to go bad tomorrow. I'm not a one-use woman.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I want something viable. I would much rather buy the seeds for the cantaloupe than just the cantaloupe. But you know what I'm saying? For the example we was using, like, no, that's the only cantaloupe y'all got. I'm gonna go other places that have cantaloupe to look for cantaloupe. I may decide I don't like cantaloupe. If that's the only cantaloupe they got, that may be a sign for me to look at other fruit. So now you a cantaloupe. And I'm looking at strawberries. I might have cantaloupes, grapes, and strawberries in my basket, boo. They all different. What's making this fruit stand out from the other fruit? Because you a cantaloupe, they not.
Right. But you know what I thought about something else too? If that's the last cantaloupe, how many people have the mentality, ooh, just for me? I better go get what somebody else do.
I'm lucky. I got the last one.
Hey, so applying that proper pressure can make you think that this is the last one here. I better get it before someone else gets it. I don't know about that. I don't think I gotta have it that bad. But it's the toss up, right? It's the two sides of the coin. Somebody sees it as the last one. I'm not taking it because nobody wants it. Somebody else seeing it, it's the last one. I better get it for somebody else get it.
So it might be the right one for them, but I am definitely the latter. Why don't nobody want this one?
Why do I want this one? Right? Like,
How many people have touched that one and left
there
it
you
there?
go. There you go. There you go. Everybody has pushed it aside because they didn't want that one. So we talk about a guy who's too good to be true. A guy who's too good to be true might be one of them, the cantaloupe, right? He the last one there. Ooh, look at me. Look at my luck. I guess I snagged one. No, there are plenty of good men still out there somewhere. Somewhere.
Mm-hmm. 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 And there are plenty of good men, just like there's plenty of us good
Mhm.
women. Because I'm sorry, y'all, these comments funny. Um, but women, I got a question, and it's probably like one of the last questions. We're gonna wrap up in a minute.
Okay.
How do you feel about women applying pressure?
Mm.
Because I got something to say about that.
Oh, you asking me?
Hmm. Then we got time. Don't worry about it. We got
Okay.
time.
Okay. We can do a whole podcast on this alone. I feel
Child, we can
like
go 130. We can go 130.
we're talking about shooting our shots, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to that for me. So it to me it feels the same. How I said to a guy, you apply pressure after you get the green light. I feel similar. And there is a kind of a pressure I feel on women now to apply pressure, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
been so traditional for the men to apply it. I have heard so many men say, how come women don't do that for me? How come it ain't give and take? How come we not equal? Ain't we partners in here? Y'all want equal pay. Why shouldn't we get approached as well? I have no problem with approaching a guy. I have no problem with applying pressure. That's the two. I get it. Now, proper pressure is almost the opposite, though.
Mm-hmm.
You put a little something, something out there, and you sit back and you wait. Okay.
Hello,
Now
it's some
you
seeds.
don't think. You
It's
see,
some seeds for sale.
it sees. You don't think. You may not think that's pressure, but I put something in your
Mm-hmm.
ear. I drop a little something, something for you to come to me. Now the pressure may come a little bit after that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing things for you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I might make you a little meal for you leave for the day. If you say tonight, you know how that
I
go.
ain't cooking. I'm sorry.
I said make a meal. I didn't say I had to cook it.
Let me get the DoorDash app. What's close by?
Listen, making groceries. There's so many different ways to make groceries. Okay, I not sexually. See, I thought about something totally different. No,
She
mom.
didn't say eating groceries. She said
I,
making groceries.
thank you.
In the South, a lot of people in the South say making groceries. They
Making
mean going to
groceries.
the grocery store.
And I guess more of the food. Okay, now I kind of skipped ahead. So making food or giving food to somebody to me is more of a relationship thing. So let's talk about just applying pressure in general. If I'm liking somebody, I'm going to be there for them, right? I'm going to give them affirmations. I'm going to let them know I think about them. That's pressure. I'm not just saying good morning, King. Hello, handsome.
I don't tell everybody good morning. Everybody who know me know I don't even like the mornings.
Right. But like you say, that's the bare minimum, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like you say, if you do that, I love to talk. I love conversation. So
Mm-hmm.
my applying pressure is talking with you. How was your day? And I love questions. So I'm like,
I like to
what are
ask
you
them.
looking forward to this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Only a few people can really answer me, and I mean have answered
And
me.
I'm gonna tell y'all, no cap. She really like this because we have a group chat because we're ladies, and she'll
Legit.
get in here like, "What is everybody's intentions for the week?
Yes. Because it's more
How
at
are
the
you?
surface
How are you
level.
really feeling this morning? Are you okay?"
Me and you
It,
know already. It's that surface level I can't do. I can do surface for only so long,
right,
right?
I'm bored now.
Yeah, you got to get a little deeper. So I'm asking you, what's your intentions today, tomorrow, for the week, for the year? Because I want you to think. So me applying pressure is getting in your head. I'm letting you know that I'm not only beautiful, I'm not only funny, I'm smart. Shoot, I text somebody the other day. Guess what? He said, "What?" I said, "Chicken butt." Come on now, I'm making you think about me. Now
Child,
you giggling
I
to
take,
yourself. You
and
a
this
grown
isn't
ass man
game.
over here giggling like.
I want, I want both men and women to understand that when I applying pressure to me isn't game because this is literally how I am in real life. So people like, you got game, you got the gift of gab. Yes, I get paid to talk. Yes, I'm a writer. Yes, I'm a creative. But baby, this is me. I am myself with people, so it's not game. I can't run game being myself. You know what I'm saying? Being myself is not a game. That's how I apply pressure. Like Gloria said, I think about everything all the time. It's 1,000 things going through my head at once. And something random can come up and I want to ask a question. But the questions I'm asking is not, what's your favorite color? The
No.
type of questions I ask is, I don't want to use that as an example because that ain't none of y'all business. And I don't want y'all to use that as game on somebody else. And it's something I actually did for real because I wanted to know. So the type of question I asked are, um, well, let me think of one because it's a couple, but I don't want to give them to y'all. I'm sorry. Just
Reword it. Take a word out and make it something else. Don't make
I
it so
asked
specific to that person.
okay. I asked somebody what's something they noticed about me that they don't think the world sees.
Perfect.
The answer was immaculate. You understand me? But my question was immaculate because those are the type of things I want to know for real. I want to get in your head. I want you to know what I've been thinking about when I ask that question. And then we can have a conversation about that, or you could just answer the question, and I'll be good because that's quality
And
conversation to me.
let me put you on game, everybody.
Hmm.
Every question doesn't have to come from you. You might be like, well, I can't think of them. Google works. Okay. The point is
Pinterest.
to get to their head. The point is to, and I don't mean get into their head to play with them. No, no games. I'm saying you want to apply pressure. And we say earlier, don't apply it if you ain't really ready for this job. Don't do this. Don't apply for a position you ain't ready to take. Don't do it.
Hallelujah.
Don't do
And
it.
I had said on the previous episode of the show, that thing ain't thingin', with me and Sir Executive L, that for me, I want to get in somebody's head because you're in my head. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about, did you have a good day? Da, da, da. I'm thinking you're in my head, so I want to know for sure that I'm in your head. But y'all getting in somebody's head, I said on that episode, is a responsibility. And y'all abuse that. Y'all get in people's head with the intent of using people. I want to know what's in your head because I want to know what you think about. I want to know what you care about. How can I be a better service to you? And not even in a relationship shit, but as a human being, as a friend, and somebody I may have grown to care about. What can I do to help you grow? What can I do to help our bond grow in any capacity? I want to know what you think about. I want to know how you feel about this topic because me and Gloria do that as friends, and we've been doing that as friends for how old is we?
Old enough.
I'm trying for 24 years, and a lot of people don't do it because of this.
Boom
That right there.
shakalaka.
But I
Boom.
love I love her. So it is because I love her and because I care about her and because I'm not going to get emotional, but I might because she is my best friend. What she thinks about and what's in her head is important to me. So I need to be able to get in there. I need to know what to say and what to do and how to talk to her because she's my best friend to make sure she feels loved, to make sure she keeps spreading her light, to make sure that she stays glow. And y'all irritate my fucking soul when y'all do stuff to people for no reason. Because
Right?
you could have just left folks alone. And I don't mean just in relate. I'm sorry, I'm going on the rant, but I don't mean just in relationships in general. Leave people the hell alone if you don't, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. If you ain't prepared to actually do good, if you're not actually prepared to, because we're on this earth to serve other folk, okay? And to be a light in this world. If you're not prepared to be that light in any capacity in somebody's life, do not do any work, do not apply any pressure to play games with folks' minds. Because then y'all want to be like, oh, somebody bitter, but you made them bitter. Oh, they mad, but you made them mad. Like, don't do that to people. Do not be that asshole. And I say I'm an asshole all the time, but for different reasons. I don't play with people's head. Don't do that to people. If you want to get in somebody's head, the reason you should want to get in their head is because you want to help them be a better person. You want to encourage them. You want them to grow. You know what I'm saying? For the betterment of that person. You all get in people's heads because of shit y'all want, stuff you want to do,
Exactly. You
stuff
said
you want the
you
people to do for you.
using it for
I'm
you.
that
No,
made me
you
mad real fast because I hate when people just do people any kind of way for no reason.
no, you're absolutely right. And we talk about that too. When you see it coming, you know what's coming. Some people do. Some people lack that skill to know when someone's using them. And I
Discernment.
feel bad for them because their niceness, their naiveness gets taken
Hmm.
advantage of.
Hmm.
And folks can see it a mile a minute, mile away. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's like it's unfortunate because they want to do good, and somebody out here see it and be like, ah, ha ha ha. You know, I'm gonna go shoot my shot and don't want nothing. Trust
At
me, you
all.
can find someone who's about that business and gonna play games with you. Don't do it to somebody who gonna then you cause that person to lose faith in everybody else, and then they turn around and get with somebody else who now has to take up for what you done. You know, they trying
You're.
to recover what was done to them by somebody else.
Hmm. 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 And I just wrote down as you said that parasites. You a
Yeah.
parasite. You and it's a lot of parasites. Like I don't remember the name of, but it's a certain. There's parasites and there's This symbiosis stuff that's symbiotic. With parasites, they just take until there's nothing left to take, and they move on once that's depleted. You'd have made this thing or person sick
Yep.
because you have taken everything out of them. And I don't mean sick like physically, but sometimes stuff be psychosomatic. What's in your head happens to your body. Um, they're sad, so now they don't want to eat. They don't want to talk. You don't change this person's whole personality because you're a parasite.
Mhm.
But then they have symbiosis, stuff that's symbiotic. It's a mutual benefit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen Finding Nemo? That fish cleaned the other fish, keeps bacteria off this fish. This fish eats. They're not hurting each other. There's harmony there. They just that they know to be symbiotic. But some of y'all leeches. Y'all
Hmm.
emotional leeches. You do
Hmm.
all this work, all this groundwork. You apply all this pressure because you want something. I apply pressure and talk to people and things because if I generally start to care about you or like you, I want you to have everything that you want to have. You can
Now,
ask any one of my friends, and they know this ain't no cap, this ain't no lie. I am one of the most supportive people, in my opinion, on planet Earth because I know what it's like to not be supported. I know what it's like to be not supported for real. So I even apply pressure in my friendships, and it's consistent. It's proper. It's at the right time. But I don't do it because I want something. You know what? That's a lie. I do want something. I want everybody in my circle to win. I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to laugh. So a lot of times, regardless of how I feel or what I'm going through, the people around me got to be straight. That is why, in conclusion, you got to get in people's heads, but you got to get in there for the right reason. And you can't get in somebody's head if you don't apply pressure.
yeah, I was going to say you said
You
already,
can't
but
even gain access to certain people if you don't apply pressure. Because when you apply pressure the right way at the right time, you let that other person know what your real intentions are by your actions. Because you can apply, and I mean full pressure. Because some of y'all apply pressure to get, like I said, to get stuff from people, to get penis, to get vagina, to get money. Some of y'all homosexuals, y'all apply pressure to get somewhere to live. You know, what are you applying pressure for,
Mhm. Yeah, is it for you or is it for them?
or is it for us?
Yeah, yeah, both. Because I was saying that too. Because you said you do it for you want something. I'm like, yeah, I want something from them when I'm applying pressure, but I'm also willing to give something as well.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, it's a checks and balances here. That part too. And comprehension. That's the part we never talk about. We talk about communication, but the key is comprehension. I can hear you. You can hear me, but did you understand what I said?
One of the greatest shirts I've ever seen in Walmart says, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Hey,
And I think people don't realize the moment you don't
please.
understand something, you need to say something. I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying, and I want you to tell me back to me what you heard.
Paraphrase, my favorite line.
Okay, and then they do it. Okay, that's not what I said.
Mm-hmm.
This is
One
definitely going to be a part two, and I'm gonna have some more guests on here because I can't just do stuff from a lady's point of view. But I just want y'all to understand that just like it's dangerous to lie on these applications to get these PPP loans, it's dangerous when you apply pressure and it's not put in its proper place.
hey,
You don't do it at the proper time.
hey.
You don't do it with the proper intentions.
Mm-hmm.
You're applying pressure to people who don't want you, don't like you. So all of this stuff matters. Because the title was funny, but this is a real serious thing because I want y'all to stop playing with folk. It is literally dangerous. Folks is crazy. Like it's literally dangerous to do some of the stuff y'all do.
Mm-hmm.
People can get shot, people get killed. You trying to be on Lifetime. You trying to be on the ID channel. You trying to be on Dateline 2020.
Snapped.
Hmm. You trying to be on Wives with Knives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But but I'm gonna leave with this, and I'm gonna get Gloria's final thought because part two coming, baby. This this here. The main things I want y'all to remember are the things I said earlier today. Early in this, the bare minimum is not applying pressure. Okay, the bare minimum is not applying pressure. Most of the times, if you pay attention, you can already see where something is going. You decide whether you want pressure to keep being applied to you or not. Don't be a parasite. Be symbiotic. Okay. We can see what you're doing and we let it continue because we like you. But pay attention. Okay. Because we might be giving you the signal to stop. Consistency is key. That is not a cliche, but so is comprehension. Okay. Seek to understand and not to be understood. Okay. And the frequency of communication is important. However, what you're communicating is far more important than how often you're communicating it. Do y'all hear me? Let me say that one time. What you're communicating is far more important than how often you communicate. Because you can talk every day and not say a damn thing.
Of substance.
Period. Weightless feathers. There's no matter. Glow, final thoughts.
Water.
It's just water.
Um, everything you said, ditto. Just to add to it, like proper pressure, I do believe can go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that I like you back if I don't apply some pressure as well?
Jesus.
I'm not above it. I'm not going to sit back. I mean, I'm a queen and all, but I'm not going to just sit back and just let you apply all the pressure and then because you might stop. How do you know
Mm.
that I like it back? Like,
Mm.
so I am not above applying pressure. And I kind of
Mm.
giggled earlier because like say part two, we'll talk about it more, but I've applied pressure and it's worked. All right. I've applied it on a man that I didn't think it was going to work. It worked. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. It was proper. And it didn't make him feel less than a man. Some women don't apply pressure because they think it's going to make him emasculated.
Mm.
It's,
And some men will take advantage of it, but
yeah,
you
but
gotta. That's where
there's
the proper comes from.
proper. There is a proper way to do it. So I leave you with that. Women can apply proper pressure as well.
Because everything we saying, we ain't just attacking a man. This is for period. Because I say in any relationship, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
absolutely.
But we love y'all. We'll be back, baby. You got good up at the end there. You got good. Got good in here. Well, we will most definitely be back. Because this Woo! I know it's some people who they gonna have a lot to say about this,
What
and
then?
I want to hear what they saying about it. You feel me? But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for being here tonight. To be announced on part 2. The next episode y'all gonna see after this one is what was it? What is we doing? Why are you single? But I'm asking a man. No, I think we did that. I
You
forgot. It's
did
in
it
my notes.
already?
Don't worry about it.
Just stay tuned. Don't worry about what's
Just
next.
stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
It's, period. I'm a queen. I put it out there when I feel like it. You dig? Anyway, I love y'all. I see y'all soon. I see you soon. Thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, post notifications so you can see whenever I go live. Because I just poof go live sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss out. Because we just gave you light, love. You know what I'm saying? Words. And I hope it helps somebody do something positive with purpose and intent. Apply the proper pressure to your lives.
Hmm.
And we out. Love y'all. I'll at you.
Bye.